Yo, what's going on, everybody? Tim, are you able to let me have video? What's up, everyone? Tim doesn't want me to show my face. All right, I think we're good. What's up, everybody? How we feeling? I'm coming to you live today from Abundance. I am here with the Rosas, Matt and Yane. So blessed to be in their home. And so you know what that means. Basically, the vibrations here are absolutely insane. The energy here is like nothing else. Always have an understanding of abundance. But before we continue, guys, one thing that I want to say before we go any further, let's start this out with gratitude, right? Let's start this session out with intention. Please make sure you're sharing this with the people in your corner. Make sure you're sharing with those people that aren't even on your team so that people hop on and they're not missing out on what exactly we're going to be talking about today, which is setting you up for success, right? Which is you're going to actually understand why 2021 starts today, right? That's what we're going to be going over today. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to be here. And I want to paint a picture for you real quick because when I came into this to learn how to trade. And for my first year, I was 2 and 3. And then once I really made the decision to contribute, and once I realized how much this meant to me and the value that I could provide, this would be incredible. And so for a whole year just being 2 and 3 to then now having an organization of over 1,500 people is absolutely incredible, and I'm so grateful, guys. One thing I also realized today, I had a breakthrough, and it was that I'm completely allergic to cats. 100%. Just realized that today. Um, so today today I got a runny nose apparently, and but we're gonna make it happen. So if I sneeze, don't be startled. I gave you the warning, right? So now you can know. So guys, here's the thing. I want to talk about with the state of that we're at, the presence, right? The present time that we're in right now. And this is really important because here we go. All right, I think you guys were only looking at Tim's screen. So the reason that this is so important and the reason I want to talk to you about where we're at right now is because December is where everything can grow and exponentially set you up for 2021, or basically everything can fall apart. Absolutely everything can fall apart in 2020 December, or you continue to lay brick by brick the foundations for everything to be continuing to grow. And the reason I say is because, guys, all the work that you put in, progressing, focusing on the process, becoming, disciplined traders, continuing to learn and add more value to yourself, to your team. All of a sudden, December comes around, and this is the month where there's the most excuses available. This is the month where there's the most excuses available. And here's why I say that they're available because that means that you can easily take take off the last whole week of December. You have Christmas Eve, you have Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So think about it. You have most people will take off the last 8 days of the year, and then you have all of these different holidays, right? They say it's the holiday season. So let me ask you something. What what are you genuinely celebrating, right? What are you celebrating going into these, and it's funny because a lot of these holidays, you're basically indoctrined to think about, oh, it's that time where I have to go and buy people presents, and I have to go and spend money, and I have to go to, this party and this party and this party. But guys, you know what? When you really know what you have and you really are passionate about your journey as an entrepreneur in whichever way that you're doing this, you realize that it's okay to say no. That you shouldn't have to feel bad about saying no to the 18th Christmas party, right? To the ugly sweater Christmas party, to the elephant whatever exchange party. It's okay, guys. I guarantee you, how you go into January, the way you go into that is going to absolutely shift the way you can do anything. Because if you can go through these next 3 weeks, if you can go when you go through the next 3 weeks with discipline, with the plan of action, with intention, right? With the ability to say no, because you have to work on the things that you want to, because it's obviously it's not that you want to go spend time with certain people, but what weight, what has more weight for you? What has more weight for you? Someone's validations, someone's opinion, or your overall growth? Because I want you to think about what happens here. Because these days are so crucial. Because most people think about December and they go, oh, it's the holidays, right? It's the holidays and everything falls apart. Everything. But how many days are in December, guys? There's 31 days in December. But how many days do people take off? How many days do people take off? The energy starts to shift because this excuse is available. Because I think, oh, well, I mean, everybody else is pretty much doing this. So this is exactly the moment that you can really set yourself apart from the masses. I'm telling you, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to make a huge difference. And December is the month, right? December is the month that's going to be the test of character. That's this month, is the test of character. It's going to be the month where all the habits, all those good habits you were building throughout the whole year, they're going to be tested. Do you know why we have problems? Right? These Any kind of problem that you have is merely a test. It's merely a test, right? It's a challenge that you go through to see whether or not you've actually adopted that identity yet. Or if you're still, right, if you still feel like an imposter, that's it. That's what December is all about. December is going to test all of the good things that you've been building for yourself, and it's going to see, are you really made out of it? Did you really tap into this? Right? Did you really embody this person, this leader, this person of consistency, this person of discipline? Did you really become this person? Do you really believe it yet? Because that's what December is all about. It's that. December is going to test whether or not this person of value, right, the six-figure earner, the seven-figure earner, whether this person is actually active in you. That's what this is all about right now. So I challenge you, right? I challenge you to put on a piece of paper all of the great habits that you've been developing and that you've been working on. And then just watch how often you're tested on those things. Just watch. Because you'll have the excuse. You'll have it available to you. Go, oh, I mean, it's the holidays. It's okay. I can do this. I can do that. I don't have to show up to this event. I don't have to show up to this meeting. Oh, I shouldn't even schedule, all of my daily methods of operations that take me to be the person that I'm becoming. No one else is probably doing it, so why should I? It's like the people that don't put any effort toward, on the weekends. Well, everyone else is taking the days off, so then why should I be on doing this too? Right? This month is going to basically show you, are you doing this for you, or are you still fulfilling someone else's destiny? That's what you're going to be. It's just going to be the exposure, right? You're going to be exposed to the real version of you, and then you get to decide whether that's true or not. Trust me. This is the month, right? This is the month of reflection and preparation of 2020. Here's where you'll really see the alignment, and you'll even get to see where you maybe aren't fully aligned and where you can make adjustments, right? And with that being said, guys, I'm going to have Tim kind of walk you guys through how you can prepare, right? How you can prepare for the boom that's coming in your family, right? In your culture. Because I'm telling you what, Tim is the one that's been preparing and has put us in the position to win the last 3 to 4 Januaries again and again and again and again and again. Yo, can you kick this Manas dude off of this chat? And with that being said, guys, I'm gonna have Tim walk you through. Tim's the person that actually poured so much value into me that I went from, you know what, being just a full-time trader, only wanting to be part of just the trading community. And then instead, I went from being part of it to actually contributing and then just taking this wherever it was needed to be. So, Tim, take it away, bro.
Perfect. Well, Mike, I appreciate you, man. You look good. Who cut your hair? Same person. Hector's got the plug. Unfortunately, they don't do beards, COVID restrictions, but it is what it is. Guys, don't let what Mike said. I'm not even going to jump in introductions. We're just going to jump into value. I'm not going to give you my resume. You can just assume, depending on how much value Mike and I provide, on this call, what rank we are or how long we've been in. I don't need to talk about that. You can take your guess. But what Mike said, don't let that go over your head, right? Don't let the holiday word go over your head, right? So many of us have been programmed to consume, right? That's why they call it the holiday season. We've been told we need to go to each and every store, purchase all these gifts, and spend 2 weeks doing this, that, or the other. But what happens is when you align yourself with actions that people are, I guess what in the normal society would do, is you're going to start adapting those habits that they have. You're going to start finding yourself sinking back in to the person that you were trying to get away from, that you were trying to develop and grow. And December, to me, I always call it a board game. It's one of the games you have to know the rules. And not only that, you have to set the rules for yourself to put yourself into a position to win, right? I remember Mike telling me, I'm like, bro, I got all this stuff going. This was like 2 years ago, and it stuck with me ever since. And, I asked him to talk about that right away because it's like, man, that was such a paradigm shift for me. I used to take the last 10, 11, 12 days off of the year. Got a birthday here, a birthday there, New Year's there. You got a club here, a club there. You got to do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, damn, like would I waste 1/3 of the month doing nonsense in January, in June, in August? No, I wouldn't. And I think what's so powerful about this month is this is the month that everyone is watching. Everyone's on break. No one's at work. People are scrolling through their phone. And with COVID, this is happening even more, right? And going back into potential lockdowns, this is going to be happening even more. January, specifically January of quarter 1, but quarter 1 as a whole, I've never had a year in this company where I haven't doubled my business, where Mike and I haven't doubled our business. And this is because you're in the perfect timing of a new year, new me, right? And at the end of this call, I'm going to talk about what the next 6 months look like. So each of you can really just, I guess, visualize where you're going and what you're going to be doing. But this is the time now. This is the time now. I knew what my 2020 was going to look like in October. Quarter 1 started for me at the beginning of quarter 4, because if I didn't have a vision of something I was working towards, I would just be working aimlessly. I said yesterday on a call on Instagram Live that I did, I said, there's a rat race in entrepreneurship as well. It's not just working 9 to 5. You can be in a rat race in entrepreneurship. And Mike said it personally. Are you working off someone else's dreams? And if you're working off someone else's dreams and you're just doing what they're doing, do you even know if that aligns with what you want to do? I tell my team all the time, if I left, would you stay? If Mike left, would you stay? And if their answer is no, right? Obviously, if I just say I quit network marketing, just quit trading, I was like, man, I'm going to go be an accountant again, right? It wasn't for any other reason. I tell them all the time, well, this was never your business. It was my business. You were just following on my coattails, because we're all IBOs here. Each and every single one of this call, if you're not a chairman already, you're in the pursuit of chairman. It's already done, right? It's already done. We're already acting as if we're already hopping on the calls when people are taking breaks. We're still doing op calls when people are taking breaks. We're still on go live when people are taking breaks. We're already acting as if, forcing time to catch up. That's what it means. It's not faking until you make it. It's knowing who you are and putting yourself in that position of your future self to create that future reality in the now, right? So when Mike was telling me about this, I was mind blown. I was like, dang, there's really only 5 holidays in the year. That leaves like there's 3 to 5 holidays, depending on what you celebrate. So I'm going to take off 4 weeks of the month, 28 full days, to celebrate 3 days. That didn't make any sense to me. And this is the most important concept that you can take away is look at the last 9 days of this year. I told everyone on December 1st, I said, if you did what you did today on December 1st, and we'll use the 9th, for example, if you did what you did today, every single day, for the next however many 22 days there are of the year, left in December, would your business grow? Would your team prosper? Or would you stay stagnant? Not even would you stay stagnant, would you experience a retracement? You have to ask yourself that question. And so really what I want to talk about is preparing your pipeline and setting up your whisper campaign. Now, I'm not going to go into the specific details. I really recommend go looking up Eric Worre. He has tons of trainings on whisper campaigns. Phenomenal on YouTube. Guys, YouTube University is your best friend. Your mentors don't have to be people you know. I have mentors I probably will never speak to, right? Eric Worre, he's different. I've spoken to him. It's a different story, right? But there are people out there. Go find them and learn from them. So what do I mean by preparing your pipeline? Something that I've been focusing on massively, literally massively over this month is just going, okay, who have I talked to this year? Who is still liking my posts and very active watching my Instagram stories? Who's in my contact book that I haven't talked to in a while? I'm going through the motion of just getting my mind going through my planners and saying, damn, I haven't talked to Johnny in 6 months. I should reach out to him. And I'm making this list. I'm Santa Claus, but for I am. I'm making the list and I'm checking it twice. I'm going to find out who's naughty or nice. That's it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm creating a pipeline of individuals who I not only want, but I know need this business. Keyword need this business. Statistically, people are not doing well right now. And I am is that solution. If you don't believe it's the solution, maybe you're not ready to start building it. But if you know it's the solution, you know people are struggling, you know there's people out there that could benefit from this, you need to start building that list. You need to start building that pipeline. And this is why. Your objective is not even to close them right now, right? Closing them right now, getting them started is important. I say closing, by the way. I don't do this whole nonsense of we're going to open them up to the opportunity. No. If you say that, you don't believe in what you have. I close people because I know when someone comes into my business, the system is going to take care of them. The team is going to take care of them. The family is going to take care of them. So yes, I've closed you and you're going to be grateful for it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's my mindset. I know what I have works because I haven't worked since May of 2017. No W-2s, no side hustles, nada. And if I'd gone through the same education you're going through, and back in the day, 2017, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. We had 3 educators. It was only in English. We only had the scanner. The back office half the time didn't work, right? So if I was able to do it with that, and now you have everything that you have today, man, not only should you do it 10 times faster than me, it should be 10 times easier. Right? So what is a whisper campaign? A whisper campaign is you going out and painting the vision for what is next, for the next big project. Leaders on this call, you need to do this with your team. You need to get together with your team on a call and have a pre-launch of 2021. I've seen many teams in my organization do this, and their chats are growing day by day by day by day. December was always told to me that it will be your slowest month of the year. You will most likely not gain volume. You will most likely have a retracement. My organization's not retracing right now. I think Mike and I have one of the highest retention rates in Trade House right now, actually. Other leaders, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Go to your back office and check it out. For those of you who are above us, right? We have some of the highest retention. Why? Because we're not worried about the slow times. We're already focusing on our team doubling. We're already focused on the team doubling in January. And I tell this to my team all the time. They're like, I know I tell this all the time. I say, well, here's the thing. Some of you are going to come at my throat in March because your team didn't double. But I'm going to come back at yours and say, well, I saw you on Instagram goofing off all month long. I saw you on Instagram chilling on the couch, watching the new TV shows on Netflix. Guys, I'm huge in anime. I love it. I've been watching since I was a kid. I see all you anime weebs watching all the new shows coming out and not watching the show on Go Live that's going to actually make you money. Right? So I come back at you, say, there's people that you can see going to double their business, but they only did it because they did the work now. You have to do the work now. Leaders, I'll come at you really quick. You want to sign up 3 people and go chairman. It doesn't work like that. Your team doesn't build for you. They do not build for you. They are building their own business, right? You have to have the mindset that I'm going to bring in 500 people by myself. Anyone else that comes in is just another personal. It's a personal. I recruited them. They're my personal. I'm going to take care of them the same way that if I signed up my grandma, I would take care of them. And if you started treating people like family, they would actually bring their family in. Then they would have a family business. Now you're not bringing one person in at a time. You're bringing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 people in at a time because your culture is a family, right? So the Whisper campaign, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going all over the place. I'm feeling myself. That momentum song had me going. If y'all are in Miami this weekend for the red carpet event, man, it's going to be lit. It's going to be fire, right? I'm super, super excited. I fly out Friday. Mike's out there now. I cannot wait. So what am I saying in this Whisper campaign? I'll just give you a couple examples. And what I tell people all the time, that is, success is learned through experiences, right? I can't give you one script. I can't tell you to do exactly what I do, because exactly what I do may not work for you. You have to experience. You have to have trials. You have to fail. You have to hit brick walls, right? You can't just expect all the information come in for a one-stop shop. People aren't cookie cutters, right? That's the one thing I've learned in this business as a leader is people aren't cookie cutters. Everyone's different. Do you know that person's personality types? You know the type of color they are. Are they red? Are they blue? Are they green? Are they yellow? Or are they a shark or a whale, a dolphin, whatever the other ones are that you can come up with, right? Do you know them? And then what are you saying when you reach out to them? This is something that I've done, right? I've reached out to friends. I just reached out to an individual. I'll call him Brandon, right? I reached out to Brandon. I said, Brandon, man, it's been forever. I want to catch up with you, bro. How are you doing? When are you free to jump on the phone? I jumped on the phone with him and I said, I just started updating on how life's been, updating on my excitement. He's like, dude, that sounds amazing. I said, bro, what are your goals for 2021? Dude, I don't know. Hey, man, well, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing in 2021. And I think you're going to love what I'm about to start. I think you're going to love what I'm about to do. I'd love for you to be a part of it. I don't need him to join right now. But here's the thing. Imagine if I have him join right now and he does the same Whisper campaign. Imagine if you got your team together, 20 members of your organization, you made a list of 100 people, you got on 100 phone calls, and you projected the vision into other people's lives. How powerful do you think that would be in January? Do you want to work by yourself January 1st, or do you want to work with an army of 20 people? I'm assuming you want to work with an army, right? Because I would much rather have a team of 100 that speaks to one person a day than a team of 100 where one person speaks to 100 people a day. I prefer duplication, right? That's just me. You can have a different opinion, but that's just me. So are you making the list, checking it twice, checking if people are naughty and nice, and painting the vision for where you are going? Guys, and the loftier the vision, the better. The more that people think you're crazy, the more that they want to follow you. I was telling someone one of my goals today. I was texting them. We were talking on Instagram. We started getting to know each other at the gym. We knew each other from school. And I asked her, like, what are your goals for 2021? She was going through her goals, and I started telling her mine. And she was just so piqued by the idea of retiring my mom in August. She's like, I want to see how you're going to do it. Like, what is your plan to do it? And I was like, well, we can sit down and I can go through the platform to show you how it's doing. I'm actually launching a big project in January, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Yeah, I'm super interested. Awesome. After Miami, I'll meet up with you. Why did I do that? I know I don't have time right now. I'm going to be in Miami. So what am I doing? I'm scheduling a meeting from a meeting to plan to launch her, right, in the last 2 weeks of December, to do the prep, to have her go through the academy, to watch the trainings, to listen to GoPro, to, start listening to some Jim Rohn and some David Amitier. For those that don't know, David's my dad. Yeah, we don't look like, that's my rich dad, whether he knows it or not, right? And I'm going to put her in a position to win. So when she has her 90-day launch on January 1st, she's already been in for 2 weeks. She's already prepping. She's already warming up. The water's been boiling on the stove. Now we're going to put the pasta in and it's going to get hot. We're going to start making things happen. Her first 90 days is going to be lit. She's going to do more in 90 days than what people do in 9 months, 18 months, 36 months, because she was pre-launched for the new year. Guys, right now is so important. I can't express it enough. It's so important. And honestly, I'm going to pass it back off to Mike on this topic, because I don't think there's anyone who's better at doing this, on being consistent on social media, right? And I want to just really give a clarification for y'all. Like, if you have an excuse or you think something's too difficult, let me tell you a little bit about Mike's schedule, right? He's an educator in English. He's an educator in Spanish. He works on the corporate side. He has a relationship. He has family he needs to take care of, right? He's just retired his family this year. He's a chairman 10. Like, do you guys not like Mike has probably the busiest schedule of any person I know and still does this to a T every single day. It's because he understands this. People are watching, and who are they going to join in January? You or someone else? Because at the end of the day, I am going to 1 million customers. And the best part about that is that's only the first goal. I know people in this industry, listen to this. I know someone in this industry with a team of over 900,000 customers. And they sell lotions and potions, butt creams, knives, and vacuums. Nonsense. 3 times bigger an organization than I am. You are the foundation. When this explodes, where were you placed? And what did you do before it happened? So, Mike, I want you to go ahead and jump back on, talk about the social media overload and the power of just bringing awareness to the masses.
100%, guys. You have to come in so ridiculously hot into January 2021. And here's why. Because you have to think about this. Remember, what we're doing is we're not just here. We're not just day trading currencies. We're not just day trading crypto. We're not just day trading, whatever it is that you're trading. You're day trading attention. Right? You're day trading attention every single day and leading up to January 1st, right? January 1st, which is historically the day that most people realize that they didn't do shit last year, right? That's the day where every single person in the year is in alignment that, wow, I could have been better, right? That here I'm writing once again, for the 29th time, the same goals that I had last year. And what happens? What happens the day that they look at all of their goals and the day they realize that they don't have any idea how they're going to get there? And first of all, because most people don't even know how to write goals, most people don't even realize how you even do that. But regardless, people get to January 1st, January 2nd. Actually, it's probably not even January 1st. It's probably January 2nd because most people didn't set themselves up to start off the year, right? Because they're probably waking up hungover. They're probably waking up feeling like absolute shit. And so when they come into January, let's just say 2nd, and they finally maybe walk their way into the gym, this is the point, guys, where you see the most people sign up for gym memberships, right? Personal trainers, you get the most people who work at gyms, general managers. This is heaven because you have the most people inspired because for whatever reason, a new year means that this is a new opportunity, right? That the turning of a year at the same time, it's ridiculous, right? So, but here's the thing. You learn how to be a day trading phenom on Go Live. Now you need to learn how to be a day trader of attention. And the way that you become, right, an excellent day trader of attention is you need to be providing value to the masses when most people aren't. And most people will not be that person of consistency. Most people will not be that person of value during the last 2 weeks of December. And what's happening is the last 2 weeks of December is when you get to honestly put little, right, piece of candy, little piece of candy, little piece of candy, cookie crumbs for people who will eventually want to do something different in their lives. So what you're doing is that because you're providing value, you're making videos, posts, IGTV, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, because you're doing all of these things and you're exposing people to maybe problems that they didn't realize that they had, solutions that they didn't know were possible, opportunity, resources, information, because you're giving people all of this when they probably aren't really paying attention, when it comes to January 1st, and they decide, wow, I should probably make more money. And they realize, I have no time because guess what? I have to work tomorrow. And when these days come, what are they going to think? Well, how am I going to change? What can I do differently? I need opportunity. I can be more. So, who are they going to think about first when that day comes? who are they going to think about first? The people who put themselves in their faces the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month. You're going to be the freshest person in their mind, someone who's constantly talking about entrepreneurship, constantly talking about being disciplined, having goals, a manifestation, being a part of a community. Because January 1st comes, and what people realize is, and they think, you know what, I can't do this alone, so let me join something, right? That day comes, and the goal always becomes, okay, I need to be in better shape, I need to make more money, I need to have more time. So people join communities, people join cultures, because it's easier to be accountable when there's other people around that are there to remind you, hey, look, check it out. Remember, count your macros. Hey, look, remember, hop on the live session. Remember, and this is why what we need to do is we need to create an environment, and we need to expose people to an environment of growth, right? An environment where they can create more income sources, an environment where they can develop themselves personally, spiritually, emotionally. That's what we have to do in these last 3 weeks, because you know what you have, but they don't yet. And even though they just click, and they might be just going through your stories, when January 1st, 2nd, 3rd come, they'll stop on your story, and they will send a message, right? And they'll send a message. Why? Because you sent them a message very loud and clear for the last 3 weeks of 2020. You basically showed them that, hey, look, when you're ready, right? When you finally are aware that you played yourself for another year, I'm right here. And I've been here. I've been here. Because people get started with those who know where they're going. And people get started with the people that they believe can take them to where they need to go. And so when that day comes, when someone will reach out to you, what you need to do is you need to talk to that person, not like the person that they were, but like the person that they're becoming. And that is exactly how they will take those quantum leaps in their life. And the way you do this is you have to be blowing up your social media. This is that moment. This is the most crucial moment to possibly do this, and it is right now. Because when the day comes, you are going to be the most prepared, and you're going to show them exactly how they can do what you just did to them. And they're going to be blown away with the community that you have, the information, the mentors that you have access to. And so what you're going to do is this, right? I'm going to give you a very brief breakdown of things that you can do so that you can go crush it. And I'm not going to go into detail. That'll be a training for a different day. But this is what you're going to do, right? You're going to have basically 7 different types of posts. And I'm going to keep this super, super, super simple, right? You're going to have 7 different types of posts, right? And so please write this down. So for the next 7 posts that you do, it's going to be based like this, right? The first post that you're going to do is going to be like a how-to post, right? It's going to be like how to get a benefit fast, even if you tried and failed at this. So here's an example, a generic example. How to scale your business fast, even if you tried and failed at team building, right? How to build an online business, even if you've tried and failed at drop shipping, right? So first is going to be a how-to. The next post, and I'm going to go deep into this on a different training. The next post is going to be this, right? The next post is going to be more like a story. And the next post is going to be like, hey, do you want to know why most people don't get a 6-pack? Do you want to know why most people don't make 6 figures? Do you want to know why most people don't go to the gym often? So the next one is basically, bang, this is where you really cater to most people, right? Most people. Because when you go against the masses, everyone's interested. That's your second post. Third post, right, is going to be this, right? It's going to be kind of like a list. So you're going to do 3, for example, right? 3 tips wealthy experts have that broke don't, right? 5 methods fit people have that unfit people down. That's going to be a third one. So it's just giving them like the tips and tricks. And then you got to compare this to that, this to that. Fourth post. I'm giving you so much sauce right now. Do this and just watch what happens. You'll thank me later. All right, 4. The fourth post that you're going to do is steps to success. All right. But here's the thing. You do it like this. The 5 steps, the 5-step process I use to avoid something, right? So you're going to do the 5 processes you use to avoid a problem. So the 5 processes, the 5-step process I use to avoid burning out. Cool. The next one is going to be this, right? Now, this is important. So it's going to be like this. How you or someone on your team, how your team did this, which is something difficult, in X amount of time, right? So no income claims, right? No income claims. So let's say how Jamie became a savage trader in 90 days. And then just a little story. All right. That's the 5th one. Number 6, and the last 2 posts are going to be call to actions, right? The last 2 posts are going to be call to action, and it's going to be like, I'm looking for 5 people who want to learn how to multiply their money in 90 days, right? Something like that. And the last one is very direct call to action. Want me to help you build a massive organization. Want me to help you build residual income. Want me to help you learn how to multiply your money. Want me to help you build a store, right? So those are the 7 keys. Do that, and then do that creatively, basically forever, and watch what happens. Watch my posts carefully, right? Watch my posts very carefully for the next 22, 23 days, and I'm literally going to do exactly what I just showed you. And I'm literally going to sign up more people than everybody here if you don't do it. So that's all you have to do. Do that. And this is if you ever wanted to go absolutely nuts on social media and you want to have an actual path to do it, which is intentional, because it's value, right? It's value to them. And they're going to be basically understanding exactly what you do, why you do it, how you can help them in order. Plus, you might not see all of this happen in these next 21 days, but you will see the trickle effect when January 1st hits. When January 1st hits, it's like the gym, right? Those 21 days you're going in, you're eating right, you're hitting the weights, you're getting the cardio in, you're doing the isometric, you're getting it all in, right? You're making it happen. And then 3 weeks later, a month later, then you start to see the results happen. So do that. Go absolutely nuts for the next days. Tie in the holidays, make it creative, have fun with it, enjoy it. But this is literally the moment where you go insane, because this is going to set you up for January. And when January hits, right, then you're going to be more than ready for the next 6 to 9 months, if not the whole year, right? And so this is what sets you up for the wave of momentum that hits that exact day. And you can prepare for that by scheduling everything. And I'm going to have the person who actually, Tim really, really, he allowed me to see how important it was to schedule my life, because I actually wasn't giving a time in place to my goals. I wasn't giving a time in place to the changes that I wanted. And so, I was stubborn and I didn't want to get a schedule. But once I finally got that down and I started to actually prepare for my life and I started to give my time intention, then I started to do things much more effectively. So I'm gonna actually have Tim walk you guys through what your first 6 months of 2021 will look like, how to keep it simple and how to keep it very, very, very productive.
Sheesh. I was not expecting that. I've never seen Mike do that talk about that. Holy cow. I got the notes down. I'm over here taking notes. Like, y'all, this is crazy. And this is why these calls are so important. And this is why I'm so blunt, because here's the truth. An overwhelming majority of you are not in Mike and I's organization. So this information, most people will hold back, but that right there, that is powerful. What if you challenged your team to do for 7 days? For 7 days, at least by the end of the year, right? If they can't do every single day, whatever, at least by the end of the year. What if they did that on their Twitters, on their Snapchats, on their Instagrams, on their Facebooks, on their LinkedIn's, right? Whatever social media platforms that they use, on their parlors. It doesn't even matter what they have now, right? That was crazy. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. That was a freaking gem. I'm blown away. And so what I really want to talk about is something that I learned from Jason Brown and Matt Rosa through the power of envisioning your future. And a lot of people, even, and I see this happen, and some people get discouraged, when they're, a P150, P6, P1, P2, about this conversation because you don't know how to plan 6 months ahead. Your team maybe is only in one location, so you don't have places to go travel. And that's okay. When we did this in the Dominican Republic last year, we did it around this time. Literally, we were in the DR last year for the chairman retreat. And, I remember saying, Mike, I'm like, man, like, dude, why don't we just make stuff up? Why don't we just make stuff up? Let's just start dropping random places we want to go, random countries we want to go, random ranks, people in certain places that we want to hit. And obviously there was intention. Our team was big enough at that point, right, to plan a solid 6 months of going where we go. But as the months went on, we said, no, why don't we want to pop a P1K in Australia. We start building teams in certain countries in Latin America and in Europe. We started setting goals. Like, do you have the 10 goals to accomplish in 2021? That's like the biggest thing for me. 10 goals to accomplish in 2021. What are your priorities for this year? So if you have your priorities, because remember, there's never a lack of time, right? There's a lack of priority of using your time, and there's never a lack of money. You just have poor spending habits. And so what's happening here is now when you look at an action, you look at an activity, you look at something going on in your life, you're saying, this does not align to what I want to accomplish. Therefore, I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying become a robot. I'm not saying you got to, breathe and bleed. I am, right? But, kind of have to a little bit, right? I'm not saying that, but is going out and partying 3 nights a week going to build your business? So, I'm networking. No, you're not. No, you're not. Think about the frequency level people are at the bar right now. Do you want those kind of people in your business? Probably not. Probably not. The people that you want in your business are at marketing events. They're at sales departments. They're on social media. They're creating YouTube videos. They're in Facebook groups. They're going to social events without having to twist their mind to be in a happy place for a temporary short period of time, right? Those are the people that you want to be around. They're at your church or your mosque or any other place of worship, right? They're there. That's where you want to be. And so we started making random things up. And it was funny because a lot of the things started to happen. Mike and I are like, I want to go to 40 countries. And then literally a few days after that, we planned out a 12 country tour in Europe. It was like, we would have never have done that if it wasn't written down. We're like, yo, we want to do this. And then all of a sudden we're like, holy cow, we can go knock out 10, 11, 12 countries for like $1,100, $1,200 with flights. You're like, why are we not doing this all the time? This is cheaper than rent in Chicago, right? We should be doing this all the time. And because we wrote it down, we manifested it. It was written on paper, right? I'm not the most phenomenal speaker like David Ite, where he talks about spelling and he talks about the power of words and he talks about, biblical leadership and biblical quotes and leads it to why our actions are leading us to where we're going. But right, it's the truth. What you write down will most likely happen. Because if you're just paying attention to it all the time and you're focusing, how can I accomplish this? You're going to put yourself in those situations to win. And so let's talk about big topic of what the next 6 months look like. We already talked about New Year, New Me. That lasts about 2 months, right? So the first 2 months of the year need to be focused purely on grind. Grind, grind, grind. I'm talking dirty grind. Starbucks meetings, Zoom calls, 3-way calls, house events, grinding your freaking face off. Literally grinding your freaking face off. March is when March Madness happens. IAM has massive explosion in March. I can't tell you why. It just does. IAM grows in March. It is what it is. And hopefully, and I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have it, depending on lockdowns, another March Madness event, right? So you're going to go and dirty grind for the first 2 months. That's going to lead you to an event in March. In April, you're going to have your tax return people, the people that have just got their money back. And first off, you should never be getting money back. That just means you're losing money every year, right? So your tax return people, they got an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. They're now ready to invest. They're now ready to use to grow themselves. That's going to be April and May. In May, you have the chairman retreat, right? The chairman retreat that's going to be, depending on your leader, wherever it's going to be. I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to put their game plans out there. That's something that I don't know if it's private or not, right? May is the chairman retreat, right? June is the introduction to summer. So here's the thing. You have to get your team aware of what the next 6 months looks like, because if they have nothing to work towards, they're just in the rat race. They're just doing circles, probably nothing productive, right? So Mike, Nancy, and I, right? Nancy is Mike's significant other, but she's pretty much she's in our trio of partnership in this business. Without her, honestly, Mike and I probably want to get a lot done, right? So she's a beast. If she's on the call, probably listening, she probably is. Shout out to Nancy Aguilera, right? We already have planned what countries we're going to be in for the next 8 months. We know we're in Mexico in January. We're doing a 4-country Latin America tour in February. We're doing a U.S. tour in March. April, we have, I believe, I have the list actually. April, what are we doing? April, we have P600 and P2000 retreats, and we have a cruise that we're going to. May, we're back in Latin America, right? We have the chairman retreat. June, what are we doing? June, we're doing boot camps. July, we're doing our retreat, and I'm not going to tell you where we're doing it because I don't want everyone to know. I'm going to keep it secret so we can keep that spot for right now. Right? You'll find out about it later. Next time we do Next Wave Mentorship. Hopefully, we'll be doing a 7-figure mentorship by that time. Right? Manifest that right there for me. Drop a 777 in the chat. And so, what are you building to, and what are you building from? Reach out to your leaders. Hey, we should be setting up boot camps, not retreats. Boot camps. Stop giving yachts to P600s. Someone in the chat, we had someone said this, P150 shouldn't be popping bottles. They should be popping P600. You signed up 3 people. Congratulations. You helped somebody. Right? So set things up to make the next few months make sense. Make sense, right? Have them work towards something. Every other month, we're having retreats. So those people who just hit P6 can now focus on going P1. The next month, they can focus on going P2. And they're going to learn the skill sets, not only to go to that next rank, go to that next level, but pull their team up with them so they can be at those next retreats. You have to envision this. You have to already see it done. Guys, be crazy with it. Why not have a retreat in Bali? Why not? Why not pay for those people's stays and foods if they hit P1000 in 2021? Wink, wink. Why not? Who cares? If it's crazy, and if you don't make the goal, you probably did something amazing. I want to hit Chairman 10 in 3 months. You didn't hit the goal, you probably hit P2, P5. You're still chilling. You still did amazing things, right? So you have to plan, and you can't be scared. You have to plan, and you can't be scared. Scared is what you're searching for. Because if you guys heard of A goals, B goals, C goals, A goals are things that you can accomplish without any extra effort. B goals are things you can accomplish if you just change some habits. And C goals are out there goals that you have no clue how the hell you're going to actually get that done. Your next 6 months need to be all C goals. They have to be all C goals. Mike and I haven't run a bunch of retreats all the time. We've done a couple, right? We did the big retreat in Puerto Rico. If you pay attention to Telemundo, right? We did a lot of different things, right? So we've done it, but we're putting things in our schedule that we've never experienced before. Because we're Chairman 10s. But if we don't start acting like Chairman 100s, if we're not acting and doing the things that our mentors are doing for us, how do we ever expect to force time to catch up to get to that reality that we desire? So if you are a P150, state you're going to be a P600 in January and state where you're going, what you're doing. State what teams you're going to start launching. You want to build in Philadelphia? You want to build in LA? You want to build in Texas? Guys, we have social media. Go to the little Instagram search bar, do hashtag Texas Entrepreneurs. Start messaging. Start voice messaging. Go on your Facebook. Go on Facebook groups. Go to Facebook groups, Texas Realtors. I don't know, Texas Network, whatever you need to look up. And just start doing that. Know what your schedule looks like, right? Know what your schedule looks like. And I promise you, this is going to help you in so many ways. So guys, we've been going for an hour now. I dropped our Instagrams in there. It's just at tsloma11, at Mike Navarrete. If you have any questions, please reach out. Like anything. If there's something you really learn from it. I love hearing new breakthroughs. I tell my team all the time, everyone that gets started, I don't like working with the leaders. I hate it. Like if you've been with me more than 6 months now, 9 months now, 12 months I'm done with you. You know what to do. I want to work with the customers. I want to work with the P150s. I want to work with the people that are hungry, right? So shoot me a message. Who knows? Maybe we'll hop on a call. We can game plan together on something in a place where we have teams together, right? Whether it's internationally or here in the US, guys. So always, ask yourself your question when you're going into these next 22 days. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? Right now is the best time for you to explode your business. The back office does not matter. The back office is irrelevant. The back office is not your identity. The moment that you accept who you truly are is the moment that the back office will begin to change. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys like our trainings, there's our YouTube channel right there, QC. It's not a personal YouTube channel. I'm not going to promote personal stuff like that, but this is where we drop all of our trainings that we do with our team, trading trainings, network marketing trainings, personal development trainings, leadership panels, random things that we do go lives and stuff like that. Just get value from there. If there's something you like, comment on it, shoot us a message. If you want to schedule stuff for your team, let's run it up. Let's really collaborate, work together, and help this company get to 1 million customers and become a legacy company at $1 billion. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you at the Chairman Retreat.